Hello, Grandma DC here. And I don't have good news. I've put off recording for about 3 days now because Angus died. We might as well get right to it. I had him for over 10 years. He was an Orape, a dog. If you haven't watched my videos, he was the one that you heard snoring in the background of every video I've had for the last 8 years. Or drinking water like a camel. He just seemed like whenever I started vlogging, he starts snoring and drinking or eating and you know. I took him back to the vet. I decided that many of you had been so generous that I had enough cash I could take him back to the vet. And she's a horrible person. I gotta find a new vet. She's cheap, but she's a horrible human being. And he didn't seem to be suffering, but he couldn't stand, and he quit eating. And he had recovered after I gave him the penicillin. I thought he was on the mend. I got my hopes up. That'll teach me. And he went down again and couldn't stand up, and then he wouldn't eat his treat. And so that, you know, Angus not eating was huge. So I went back to her. She refused even to have him come in the office. Took me hours to find a man to help me lift him. Mother finally found a nurse that she was going to, whose husband, bless his heart, thank you so much, stranger. His name was Steve. He came and helped me lift him on his dog bed into the car. The veterinarian came out to my car and she said, "I'm not keeping him here." And she was very hateful, and Angus was trying to stand up and look around, and I said, "Can we try anything else? Do you have some more broad spectrum antibiotics?" Because when he had that cyst break, you know, I could tell he had an infection. And she was like, "Yeah, we can try something." And she goes, "But you know, whenever you're ready," you know, she says, "you need to just have him put to," she didn't say have him put to sleep, she said, "do what you need to do." And she says, "But you got to be mentally ready for it." And you know, it was kind of like, yeah, she could try something, there was hope, but then she turned around and was like, you know, I had to wrap my head around it, it was my fault. And I said, "Well, he doesn't seem to be crying or wincing, or he doesn't seem to be in pain." And she was like, "You just got to deal with this on your own." And so she went and got a syringe, and she came back and she gave me a real quick shot. And then she said something funny. She goes, "You won't need to be repeating this." And then she gave me some pills for him. You know, pain pills and anti-inflammatories. And I didn't like giving him the pain pills because it made him too groggy. And she says, "Well, you quit giving them to him, so that's probably why he quit eating." I only gave him to him for 2 days and he slept too much, so I took him away and he got up, you know. And she's like, you know, like blaming me like I'm an idiot. But I was like, "You didn't tell me not to just stop giving them to him, you know." I hate her. I hate her much. Isn't that awful? Yeah, everyone hates this woman. It's not just me. She's disliked by everyone. It's just that she's cheap. And, well, you know, cheaper than other veterinarians around here. So anyway, Mom and I brought Angus home. Mom had to go home. I came home with him. He was trying to get up and look around. And I managed to get him with his bed into the cart that I have, and I wheeled him into the house, and just as we got inside, he expired. We made it home, and I know how Carolyn felt, although Angus had been in my life a long time. I know that he's better off. And I know that if the powers that be are meant to, there will be another baby, a snore baby, will come into my life. If it's meant to be. I told myself 20 years ago the same thing when my husband died. If it's meant to be. It's been 20 years and there's not been another snore baby. Thank heavens, actually. Sure is quiet around here though, guys. Dang, it's quiet. And kind of empty. I feel like I'm just rattling around in here more than I usually do. So I'm watching the cats try to tear the Christmas tree down. That's fun. I don't know if you can see it. It's dark at that end of the room. There they are. All right, just tear it up. Go right ahead. Bert and Olive. Yeah, come on, you can knock it over. I have no idea what she just knocked off. But there's my funny little, someone said it looked like a Dr. Seuss Christmas tree. I said, that's my Halloween hat on top. Yeah, it does. I kind of like it like that. And you saw Scuddy. He's been wonderful. He's been hanging around me and hugging me, but he always has. Betsy, she's been cuddled up with me. I don't know that they understand he's gone, but the neighbor was wonderful. My neighbor that I have that love-hate relationship with came over with his bobcat and dug a hole and helped me bury Angus. And I figure one of these days the kids and I will make him a little headstone. And, you know, life goes on, guys. It just goes on. It's just the way it is. I shouldn't be crying over a dog. I know. There's so many people out there. It's just a dog. Even my son. It was his birthday today, and I took Mom and we went to Warrensburg, where he lives, and ended up spending too much money. I said, you want to go out and eat? And he was like, no, I need groceries. Well, what do you say to your child? They need groceries instead of going out to eat. So I went and loaded him up on groceries. Meemaw helped, and that's pretty much what we did. And then we came back to Menards, and she met her husband there, and I dropped her off and came home. Sure is quiet. Alright guys, well, I love you all. Thank you everyone who donated. It made me able to at least try. And I will be looking for a new vet. You can sure bet you. I will not be going back there again. I'm not sure what that shot was she gave him, but I have a sneaking feeling she may have done something sneaky to me. And I mean, and that's okay. I mean, I'm relieved that it's over. Double-edged sword. Like I said, damned if I did, damned if I didn't. So, you know, it's just, it was a rock in a hard spot. Now I'm out of it. And so is Angie. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.